Hey guys, it's Alex from Dental Growth, and in this video I'm going to talk about how to set up dental marketing campaign backend for dental practices. So once you set up the ads, what kind of ways can we organize the resulting inquiries and the resulting leads from there to call, schedule, and close these leads consistently and track everything, right? So there's a couple ways to do this. We've experimented with different systems in the past, and I'll go over some of these and what you can expect, how to set them up, etc. Kind of at an overarching view. So the first option is honestly a pretty common one, which is Go High Level, and this system will probably bring you around $97 a month, which I think is their basic plan right now. And with High Level, you get their lead categorization feature where leads get popped into the app, and you can categorize them from there, drag them through the pipeline, etc., right? So you can track all your leads in there, okay? You also get lead calling and texting because High Level has a phone service. Now, you will have to buy a phone number and buy the A2P, compliance registration with the carriers, the phone carriers. So you'll get a phone number, your own phone number, and you'll have to buy a couple of those. So that might bump it up like 10 or 20 bucks or whatever. And then you also get automations with High Level, which is actually pretty cool. They have a lot of functionality with their automations, and this is definitely a big plus to High Level over some of the other options. And you have a mobile and desktop app for this. So when you're calling leads, you'd pretty much have to do it through the desktop software, or you can get the app on a mobile phone and call from a mobile phone as well. Okay. Now, I do like to track our metrics and track the campaign results, and this can really only best be done in Google Sheets. So with High Level's automations, you can typically pop things over to a Google Sheet as well, and you will also use Google Sheets to pretty much track the metrics from there. So that's the only other software that you would need with this method. The second method would be using a service called OpenPhone, which is simply, it's just my preferred phone system outside of High Level. So with this phone system, you get lead calling and texting. You would, again, have to use Google Sheets for metrics tracking, but also for the lead categorization. So on OpenPhone, you will use Zapier for automations, as you can see here in point C. So once a lead comes in, we'll use Zapier to zap that lead into OpenPhone and zap that lead to a Google Sheet. So in OpenPhone, you'll kind of have a list of contacts and a list of your conversations. But as far as categorizing them, assigning notes and things like that, it's really best done in Google Sheets. It's easiest to see, and again, as far as the metrics tracking, easiest in Google Sheets. However, in OpenPhone, you will have like a list of your conversations, and the reason why I like OpenPhone is because its user interface is just the cleanest. It's a very good, simple software. It has a lot of features: automatic call recording, automatic text replies, automatic, you can set a voicemail, you can add team members. It's pretty affordable. So this method is going to bring you around $45-ish a month. OpenPhone is about $17 a month or $20 a month. And then Zapier is about $29 a month. So that's what brings your total for this system to about $45-ish per month. Okay. And again, with OpenPhone, you get a mobile and desktop app, so you can download the OpenPhone app on your phone or use it from your desktop computer. So that is the OpenPhone system. And again, the reason it's here is because if you don't like using High Level for whatever reason, if you want to save some money on the High Level plans, you can simply use a combination of OpenPhone, Google Sheets, and Zapier, and that pretty much takes care of everything that you need there on that end. Okay, so that's one option. And then the third option is just simply using the office phone to call leads. Okay, so with this system, it's about $30-ish per month, and that comes from getting Zapier. So, when leads come in, we'll use Zapier to zap those leads to a Google Sheet where we can categorize them and track the metrics, etc. So we got, 100 leads, and we're marking them whether or not we were able to book them, if they're in follow-up, if they opted out, and we're tracking all those metrics. We're just pretty much manually inputting what's happening with these leads in Google Sheets, okay? And we're calling from our office phone. Now, with this system, there is the downside of there's limited tracking and accountability because as an agency, you're not necessarily able to see, how many calls you're making, from the office phone. And so, if the office is calling, it's hard I don't believe there's many phone systems, especially if you're just using a simple landline, to track your calls and, automatically record them for quality and training purposes, et cetera, making sure we're going over all of the, touch points on the lead call, et cetera. So, just limited tracking and accountability there. Now you can track the inbound calls with CallRail. So say you're running an advert and you can put a CallRail number that actually forwards to the office phone. So when the office phone gets a call, through the CallRail number, we'll be able to see when that happens, right? And the office is simply just going to get the call normally just from their office phone. So that is one thing that we can still track with this method. Okay, so as you can kind of see here, the high-level system is pretty simple because we just have the high-level app, which within it has the automations, the categorization, the calling and texting. But for, kind of metrics tracking, we would want to kind of pump some data over to Google Sheets and just make sure our numbers are checking out there as far as, book rate, leads to closed leads rate, et cetera. Although some basic metrics can be tracked in high-level. So the Google Sheets metrics tracking is actually for more specific types of tracking, because the high level does have tracking features in there, so you guys can explore those. The second option is open phone. So if you didn't want to use high level for whatever reason, you can simply have a system of the phone service through open phone, the tracking and categorization through Google Sheets, and Zapier for the automations. Okay, and you have mobile and desktop access. You're able to kind of track stuff because on open phone you're able to see when you've made a call and text, etc. And then the third method is through the office phone. So if the office, for whatever reason, doesn't want to use any of these systems, you can just say, hey, no problem, we're going to share a Google Sheet. That's where all the leads are going to be, and you can call them directly from your office phone. Okay. Now with this, and this is a bit cheaper as well, can go up to about $75 per month if you're using CallRail, because CallRail is currently about $45 a month. And again, there's limited tracking and accountability with this one. Now, some additional softwares would be if you are, as an agency setting appointments remotely, you can use Stripe to get a credit card on file for those lead calls when you're scheduling an appointment. That is the recommended way to get a credit card on file. You can also use a service called Appointment Reminders if you guys are sending automatic text and calls and things like that for people's appointments. You can kind of use another scheduler, put them into your scheduler, and then have automatic text go out. You can also do this in high level. Okay, so that is another possibility. These would be more for, or appointment reminders would be more for if you're using, say, the open phone or the office phone method. I can also say kind of manual appointment reminders in Go High Level, because High Level has a calendar and it has automation, so you can send manual appointment reminders in there. So High Level is a pretty all-inclusive option. It's just not quite as fun to use, but I digress. I would still recommend it. Okay. Now for scheduling, right? How do we do that? So one way is the office can call and schedule the leads. Okay. Very simple. Another way is the agency can call and pre-schedule the leads, because we can't get onto the office's PMS or practice management system very easily as an agency, because these systems are pretty closed. You can't just add new users. There's also a bunch of kind of privacy and data issues that come up if, say another user was able to just simply be added to someone's PMS. So you would have to pre-schedule them, essentially, arrange a time where the office has said that they would be free to take appointments, and you'll just schedule them, and then you'll notify the office that, hey, we arranged for this appointment to be scheduled on this day. Please enter them into your PMS. Okay. Another way is the agency can call and schedule the patient directly through an online scheduler. So if your office has an online booking scheduler on their website per se, you'd be able to just go in there, see what times they have available, and manually book the patient in through the online scheduler, and then that will be pumped to the PMS. Okay. Another way is that the agency can call the leads and then warm transfer to the office to schedule. So maybe you can do some pre-qualification, get some questions, and then you can warm transfer that call, patch them through to the office. You can say, you know what, all right, no problem, sounds good, please hold, I'll transfer you over to so-and-so to help get you scheduled. All right. So guys, I hope that helped as far as how to set up the back end for your marketing campaigns when you're running ads. A couple different ways you can do it: high level, open phone, or office phone as far as the lead calling, maybe some basic price estimates with each, some additional softwares that you may need, and kind of the scheduling flow, how that works. as far as my recommendation, honestly, High Level is the simplest. You can pretty easily connect, say, Facebook lead forms to High Level, and from there you just get a phone number, and you can do a lot of different stuff with automations, and you got your mobile and desktop app tracking, seeing when calls were gone out is pretty easy and whatever. So I would recommend High Level, but if for whatever reason one of these other options just fits better for your situation, these are also other options that we've tried and that can work. And then again, here are some additional softwares and kind of some scheduling flows that you can use. So if I missed anything, feel free to let me know in the comments. But these are some different systems. I hope they can help. And yeah, if you guys are an agency looking to kind of improve what you got going on or figure out your own back end, feel free to book a call with me in the link below. I'd be happy to help. Also, if you're a dentist looking to implement this system for your dental practice, definitely also book a call in the link below. I'd be happy to chat and see how we can grow your practice with ads. So with that being said, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.